Welcome, welcome. This is for you. Today's topic: the journey into self is the deepest that you can go. By this, I can also label it trying your best. Now let's get into this. Journey into self. What do I mean by that? Your brain is so ununderstandable to science. Your brain is deeper than outer space. Forget outer space. Who cares about Elon Musk going to Mars? Your brain is more than enough for you to explore. Internal. What is inside of you? What is your deepest thoughts, dreams, goals, intentions? Journeying into that, looking into that is farther than anywhere in the world can take you. You can travel all around this world, up, down, left, right. I have. And you will not find as much as you can find looking within yourself. Think about daydreaming. Think about your imagination. Think about your dreams. I mean, that's a little separate. So let's just say daydreaming and imagination. How far have you gone with some of your daydreams before? Think about how wild you may have thought sometimes. Maybe you imagine yourself being the king or queen. Maybe you imagined yourself with $1 billion. Maybe you imagined yourself with a super hot woman or man that you like. Maybe you imagined yourself on TV shows, interviews, whatever. Just imagine, just willy-nilly, how far your daydreaming and your thoughts can go. How far can you go following and executing on that daydreaming, those goals, those passions that you have? How far can you really go? I'd equate this to trying your best. I've been talking about this already on my Instagram a little bit, but really, really hold sacredly and deeply what trying your best is. If you are really trying your best every day, you can go so unbelievably far. I've made that point about humans and the potential energy that we have and how wild and amazing it is that anybody, the dumbest person, the weakest person, the smallest person, the biggest person, the smartest person, the brokest person, the richest person, anybody can take their intellect and their soul and go to the ends of success, the highest mountains of success. Anybody can get there. All it takes is thoroughly understanding yourself, getting deep into yourself. When you do that, you will go anywhere that you need to. What else is there to do? You're not here for anything else. Something that I want to emphasize: IQs, GPAs, they're stupid. They're not helpful. Anybody can do this. You don't need to have a high IQ to sit back and understand everything that you can about your life. What do you need to do? Why aren't you doing it? What happened in your childhood that made you this way or that way? What parent affected you this way? What aunt, uncle, cousin affected you that way? Why are you lazy? Why are you procrastinate? Why is this your goal? Why is this your dream? Why is this your relationship? This understanding, gaining that understanding, churning that understanding is journeying into yourself. And how deep does that go? Can you understand everything about yourself? Can you understand everything about your life? You can. It might be a never-ending journey, a never-ending learning experience, but you can. And to be real, that is all that you need to be and should be doing. That is all that you're here for. How many of you know about celebrities' lives and the ins and outs, and you know why they dropped this album or why they acted in this movie or why their relationship fell apart? Or TV shows, I like Breaking Bad. I like that show a lot. I can tell you, like, ooh, the main character Walt was probably thinking this when his wife Skylar did this, but oh, Skylar's been through so much, so she probably. Can you do that same thing for yourself? You're watching shows, you're looking at celebrities, you're looking up to other people, knowing and understanding and being able to explain why they're doing stuff in their lives. You might be arguing about basketball players and why they're going to certain teams and what they're thinking. Are you doing that same investigation into yourself? Why you're doing what you're doing in your life? Why your relationship sucks and you haven't fixed it? Why you haven't gone to college but you really wanted to? Or why you work in a job that you hate and you really want to get out of it, but you're not making any changes and trying to do it? Or you want to stop drinking, but you can't? Or you want to stop cheating, but you can't? Or you want to stop having so much, but you can't? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. SEX, gonna have to bleep that out. But this is important. This is the most beautiful and the most meaningful use of everyone's time. All of these things, money, TV, fancy cars, clothes, SEX, drinking, traveling, smoking, all of that, literally 100% of it is totally here to distract you from fully journeying into and understanding yourself. It's not meditation. I don't like to use that word because meditation makes it seem like you have to be a monk and like, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you just sitting, controlling your thoughts. How much of the time are you scrolling, ignoring something that you really know is thinking about back there? Oh, I need to sharpen up my resume, get a better job. But instead I'm out drinking with the boys. Or I'm watching the game and I'm so hyped about the game. Oh. But you know you want to fix your relationship. The game is not going anywhere. And it's a game. Why are these things engulfing us so much, entrancing us so much? It's like the Black Mirror is what they're calling our phones, the crystal ball, like the TV, it's like sucking our souls away instead of us being totally interested and focused on ourselves. It might be a little selfish. It might be a little self-centered. That's not negative. Be that way. Totally understand all the feelings that you have every day. Why are you feeling horny sometimes? Can you address it? Can you get it when you want to get it and then kill it and be done? Why are you feeling, hungry for this sugary food even though you want to stop? Why are you feeling yearning to smoke or drink? Why are you not going to the gym even though you say you want to? Why are you still with this person and still ignoring the desires of the relationship even though you know you want to get out of it and have been wanting to do this thing? Think about it. Just really take that second. I'm sure, I don't know you, but there's probably something in your life that is that evident of a thing to address, that obvious, like right there in the front of your head, that you could stop and address right now. You could text your significant other right now, like, hey, we need to fix this problem. You could text your job, like, look, I need the day off tomorrow. I'm tired of this place. Or look, I need a raise. You could apply to go to school right now if you need to go to college. You could go to the gym today, right now. Just stop and do some push-ups, do some stretching. That is real joy. That is real happiness, is you executing on those things that you really want to do, journeying into yourself, figuring out who you are and what you want to do, and then boom, following up on that, executing, doing it, becoming the best person, the most clear-headed, the most peaceful, the most thoughtful, best person that you can be. That is what we're here for. There are some religions that believe if you're here and you don't do that, you're just going to repeat and come right back. That would be hell in other religions. That would be a poor reincarnation. You failed. You got to go do it again. So you might go to HELL if you don't get your stuff together. Other people might call that reincarnating back as yourself or as a lower form. You might be coming right back with even more struggles and even more pressures. and still having to just get to that end goal of your best self. That is what you're here for. That is what we're all here for. If you do believe in God, this is what God created you for, is to get to the highest forefront of yourself and express that to the world. I don't mean you have to start a YouTube channel, even if that world is just your significant other or just your child, or if you don't have family and relationships, just your coworkers, or if you don't have coworkers, you just play the game, you're a streamer, I don't know, the people, whoever you're interacting with, it is the most loving, it is the most impactful for them if you are constantly bringing your best to the world, all that you can, every day. That is your role. That is what God created you for. That is what you came here to do. That's why you're here. Don't forget. Don't let TV and big booties make you forget. I came here for a reason. What the F is that reason? What did what was little baby you trying to do? It wasn't look at booties. It wasn't scroll Instagram and purses and dates and travel and, ooh, I got to show off my relationship. It's not what you think baby you was super hard pressed to be looking good on Instagram? Maybe you're a model, so excuse me. But I don't think so. Baby you had a plan. Baby you was trying to fulfill it. That's you. Do it. Fulfill it. That is the most that we can do for the world. It's being our best, even if that is just you and your spouse living on a farm somewhere, raising babies, and that's it. You didn't even interact with the world. You are the best to those people when you're your best. So if you really love yourself, if you really love your children, if you really love your significant other, if you really love people, if you really love life, the most gratitude that you can show to it is journeying deep into yourself and figuring out what you need to do and then doing it. We're here to be our best. BEST, that is an important word to me. If you don't believe in God, I don't want to judge you. I don't disagree. It's all you. You still should be your best. Why not? You just showed up here, popped up here, do something. If you're that atheistic or that non-believing that you're like, why? Okay, be the best, why nihilist that you can. If you really don't care, go be homeless, go be a surfer, just do nothing, just sit where you are and just shrivel up and eat whenever you really have to. Don't be a nihilist, but I'm in love and I gotta have this job. Care about your money, care about your significant other. If you're going to care about them to the fullest. Be your best. If you don't believe in God, be the best in whatever you're doing, because why not? You might say, why? I would say, why not? It's objectively better to be your best than it is to do something miserably. So, yeah, got to be there. If you want to argue about why you don't have to do anything, go ahead. I'm going to win. But also, last thing I want to say, don't judge people, because a homeless person might have a better understanding of themselves than you, and they might be more peaceful and content with themselves than you are, stressing about work, stressing about picking up the kids, stressing about your relationship, stressing about your parents, stressing about this. You might see somebody on the street asking for money and think, I'm so stressed, but I'm not them. They're not stressed at all. You might need to go be them. So, last point I want to make there. Love that video. Pretty happy and proud of that one. I won't say it's my favorite, but that is important. If you need help being your best self, listen to David Goggins. I do. Gets me pumped. Has me going hard in life right now. And I'm enjoying it to the fullest. Day in the Life 2020, I believe. 20. So, what have I done since last time? Last video was Wednesday. Today's Friday. Nothing new, nothing that special. Went to the gym yesterday and today. Hype, that's a given. Pretty happy with my consistency there. I'm trying to stop counting the days. I'm trying to just keep going. Every day is a good day. Make it your best day. Don't really need the streaks. You just need to have good days. Had a great day with my son, of course. No new updates there. Wednesday, I said that I was going to reach out to sponsors. I did not yet. Still plan to, still want to, not pressuring it. Might have some time to do that today. I will. I have those 2 really great business ideas that I told you guys about. There's not much pressure there. I did do some work on like the second one that I'm excited about. Just barely started, just opened a tab on the first one that I'm really, really excited about. But that's progress. Don't judge yourself. I'm really eager to do that. I want to do that. So I'll get as much done as I do and I'll be happy with it. I got the second thing in the iron in the fire, second iron in the fire, working on that too. And that's about it. The business scheme that was kind of bringing me some money, kind of slowing down on that a little. I am in a good place with it financially, but I don't know how much more money I want to put into it. But again, money isn't real, so let's leave that out. Maybe I should think about it like that. I definitely have some good energy behind it, and it's going well, and I'm going to keep putting energy into it, just maybe a little more slowly than I'm putting energy into these other things. Boom. That's the business. That's the working out. That's the sun stuff. Something important that I want to bring up, something kind of funny happened to me yesterday. Women are tricksters, and I'm not saying this sexistly to offend women. Men are tricksters too. We all can be manipulative to get people to do what we want. So when you're dealing with love, when you're dealing with relationships, when you're dealing with people, they can be tricksters. But I got a doozy for you guys. Woman in Colombia that I spent quite a bit of time with there. A lot of goober, a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of diddling. We had been keeping up with each other a little bit, but as I got a little more focused, I was like, why am I texting this person? Why am I looking at their butt? Why am I looking at their boobs? It's not really doing anything for me. So I kind of pulled back. And yesterday, I was a little bored, so she had a couple unresponded texts, like, I haven't hit her up, whoop, yada, yada. And she's like, why haven't you come back yet? I had really planned on coming back pretty soon, going back pretty regularly. And I was probably going to be kicking it with her again when I got there. But I told her, I said, hey, my life's priorities have changed. I haven't been prioritizing travel that much. And I also am not too into the drinking, smoking, and goober anymore. And I'm also not that into chasing women anymore. I had such an amazing time. I had such an enlightening experience when I was there. And my life has just gone in a different direction. So as much as I immediately wanted to come back and do some more diddling and goober, kind of changed my mind. And do you know she tried to make me feel bad for that? Isn't that outrageous? Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that how people can get you? I won't say just women, because that will make me the red pill guy. I'm not trying to be red pill, but I can understand why they're that way because of situations like this. She's like, oh, you don't miss me. You don't want to come back. You just want to leave me. You don't want to talk to me. I'm glad your life is going better. You're not drinking. You're not smoking. You're not doing goober anymore. Oh, you don't want to come back. I wasn't saying it like that. I was like, hey, when I come back, it'll be great. But not that pressed to do the same stuff. Whoop. She got mad at that. Tried to make me feel bad for it. Isn't that ridiculous? How the heck can you make somebody feel bad because they said they're not drinking, smoking, doing goober, and chasing women? Even if you like me as a woman, you should be like, hey, he's not chasing anybody else. That's great. He's sobered up. That's great. He's focused on his business. That's great. She tried to make those things sound sad. You don't want to come back and party with me? No. I don't really want to do any more goober. Maybe. Not sold on that one yet. But if I do come back, we can hang out and not do goober. Did you think of that? No. You instead tried to make me feel some type of regret or badness. And imagine I was a simp, a sucker. I was like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna still drink a little bit. I'm gonna still, baby, don't say it like. Past that, been there, done that. But think about that. How somebody will make you mad, will make you upset for being your best self. Isn't that stupid? I want to leave you with that. Have a great day, everyone. TikTok's looking a little shadow banned. The Matrix cannot have you. So maybe follow me, give me a couple likes on there if you can. But I also don't care that much. So thank you so much if you're watching and made it this far. Hope you journey deep into yourself and become your best self. See you guys Monday.